investments, you may have wondered if they are truly working in your best interest. Gary Garrison with Asset Protection Wealth Management is here for Money Monday to share some ways to find out if you're getting the best advice for your money. Gary, as always, so good to see you.
Thank you, Ansley. It's great to see you again as well. This is an exciting topic.
It is because, I have a lot of questions for you. Let's just say that.
Okay.
So a quick stat question. What percentage of investors never compare their broker's advice with other sources?
Yeah, I looked this up, and it's north of 90% of people never reach out for a second opinion or questions or anything like that. They just are content with the way that it is. And in the markets the way that they are, it can be very costly to make sure that you have the appropriate risk and the appropriate investments.
Do you think it's because people just think that all brokers are the same? They can just trust the one broker and they're good?
I think they just are content with how it is, and it's a lot of work and trouble or whatever to look around and try to get everything together to have a second opinion, but it is well worth it. We'll find out here in just a second.
Yeah, let's compare performance versus benchmarks. What do you mean by this?
Yeah, so when people come in and they say, Gary, we need to know how we're doing. You know, we don't know. We don't have reviews that often with our broker. And so we run these reports. Our certified financial planning team will run these reports that are Morningstar reports, and we'll take a look and see exactly how your portfolio is performing as compared to the benchmarks. And we mean the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow, those type of indexes. But that's a real good baseline to see how you're performing and how you're doing. And if your performance is lagging those indexes, that's a red flag. You need to look around.
Okay. The second point here is huge. Transparency on fees. Is this supposed to be upfront the day you have your first consultation with them? When does that conversation happen?
It needs to be by the second appointment, but it certainly can be on the first appointment. You know, we are we disclose all of our fees. We're very transparent. We enjoy doing that, and we want to do that. And I think it's real important for a client to understand the fees that they're paying, because that can affect your return, for sure. And if you're paying fees and the market's dropping, then that's it's going down even further. So what we have found is a lot of brokers, they may charge a 1 or 1.25% fee, but what they're not disclosing is the fact that these mutual funds that they've put everybody in, they have 12B1 charges as well. And those are sort of hidden charges that are rarely talked about. So when you're comparing those fees, it's important to know the whole cost, not just the on the surface cost.
Right.
And so we have documents that we, have online that people can take a look and see what our fees are. We're proud of them, so we want people to know because they're very competitive.
The third point here is recommendations that fit you.
And this one's all about you. It's about what you're looking for, or what the investor's looking for. Are they looking for growth? What is their risk tolerance? What's their time horizon? All of those things are important. And it's all about each individual client. We review statements all the time, Ansley, and brokerage statements, we see a lot of the same mutual funds in there from a certain family of funds. And they're not bad, but we wonder how that same family of funds can apply to everybody, because everybody's, goals and situations different. So we see a lot of those in there, and that usually means they're probably not having a lot of annual reviews.
Yeah, I'm seeing here, watch out for those cookie cutter portfolios.
Yes, and it's okay to ask and say, okay, you've offered or recommended these mutual funds. How does that help me? With my situation, how does that improve me? And it's perfectly fine to ask that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What a professional will do, or investment advisor will do, is they'll have professionally managed portfolios that are designed for a purpose. And then you find out what the client's goals are, and you match their goals with the portfolio that matches, the purpose matches their goals. Then they've got the right portfolio versus just having a bunch of random mutual funds.
It's a good segue into the last point of communication and proactive guidance.
Yes. Communication's important. We like to keep in touch with our clients, and you need to work with somebody that does. We send out, e-newsletters all the time, or videos. And it's important to be, I think, proactive rather than reactive. You don't want to only hear from your broker after the market's crashed. We want to be in constant contact. We want to have reviews as often as anybody will want to have them, hopefully quarterly even, but at least once a year. So if people have not had a second opinion or looked at it at all in 3, 5, 10 years, they really need to reach out to somebody and get a second opinion because things have changed. The world has changed, investments have changed, portfolios have changed, and there's a lot of different portfolios out there that weren't available a few years ago that are doing very well.
Okay. It sounds like it's really important to have that relationship there between broker and
It
client.
is. Yeah, it's very, very important. And so we recommend people, get a second opinion, whether it's us or somebody else, just reach out to somebody and get that second opinion, because you can't get a second opinion from the same person that gave you the first one.
That's so true. Good point. Well, as always, if somebody wants to reach out for more information, where can they go?
Yeah, they can hit the QR code on the screen, give us a call. We'd love to hear from them, or go to our website. And we've got people standing by right now to answer the phone and to receive these emails to get you guys scheduled. So we'd love to help you.
Don't be afraid to get a second opinion, Gary.
That's
Thank you
right.
so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. We'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after this. Stay with us.